Wake up. These words aren't just a call to get out of bed, they're a call to action, a demand for change, a signal to take control of your life. Too many of us are sleepwalking through life, content to live in autopilot mode, waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal conditions to chase our dreams. But let me tell you something, perfection is a myth and waiting is a trap. The time is now. The moment is here. You got to wake up and take control. When I say wake up, I'm talking about more than just opening your eyes in the morning. I'm talking about opening your mind, opening your heart, and stepping into the power that you've been given. You've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got a purpose, but none of it matters if you're not willing to wake up and go after it. Too many people are living life on the sidelines, watching as others live their dreams, achieve their goals, and fulfill their purpose. And you know why? It's because they're afraid to wake up. They're afraid of what might happen if they take control. Fear is one of the biggest chains holding people down. It whispers lies into your ear, telling you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. It tells you that you don't have what it takes, that you're too late, that your chance is past. But fear is a liar. Fear only has as much power as you give it. When you wake up, when you take control, you strip fear of its power. You remind yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances, tougher than your trials, and braver than your doubts. Now, waking up isn't easy. It's uncomfortable. It's messy. It's hard work. But nothing worth having ever comes easy. You've got to push through the discomfort. You've got to fight through the doubts. You've got to outwork the excuses that keep trying to pull you back into the shadows. Because when you wake up and take control, you realize that excuses are nothing more than lies we tell ourselves to justify staying in the same place. You see, control isn't something that just falls into your lap. It's something you have to take. It's something you have to own. Life isn't going to hand you the reins and say, here you go. It's all yours now. No, you've got to grab those reins with both hands. You've got to step up and say, this is my life and I'm going to live it on my terms. You've got to claim ownership over your decisions, your actions, your future. And let me tell you something, when you take control, when you decide that you're not going to let life happen to you anymore, everything changes. Your mindset changes, your attitude changes, the way you approach challenges. You stop seeing obstacles as barriers and start seeing them as opportunities. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating a moment. You stop hoping for change and start making change happen. Taking control means you stop blaming others for where you are in life. It's easy to point fingers. It's easy to say, I'm here because of them, or I can't do this because of that. But when you take control, you realize that no one else is responsible for your life. No one else can live your life for you. No one else can chase your dreams, put in the work, or make the sacrifices. That's all on you. And when you own that, when you embrace that, you become unstoppable. Waking up and taking control means being intentional. It means setting goals and creating a plan to achieve them. It means showing up every single day, no matter how you feel, no matter what's going on around you. It means being disciplined, being focused, being relentless. It's not about motivation, it's about commitment. Motivation gets you started, but commitment keeps you going. You've got to understand that life doesn't owe you anything. The world doesn't owe you success, happiness, or fulfillment. If you want those things, you got to go out and get them. You've got to earn. And that starts with waking up and taking control. It starts with deciding that you're not going to settle for less than what you're capable of. It starts with believing in yourself, even when no one else does. When you wake up, you start to see things differently. You start to see the opportunities that were always there, but that you were too blind to notice. You start to see the potential within yourself that you never knew existed. You start to realize that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. And when you break free from those limits, when you step into your greatness, there's no stopping you. Taking control means making sacrifices. It means giving up what's easy, what's comfortable, what's familiar for something greater. It means saying no distractions to negativity, to anything that doesn't align with your goals. It means surrounding yourself with people who push you, who challenge you, who make you better. It means cutting ties with anything or anyone that's holding you back. And yes, it's going to be hard. There will be days when you want to give up, when you feel like it's too much, when you question whether it's all worth it. But let me tell you, it is worth it. Your dreams are worth it. Your purpose is worth it. Your life is worth it. And every step you take, every sacrifice you make, every challenge you overcome brings you closer to the person you were created to be. Waking up and taking control isn't just about changing your life, it's about changing the lives of the people around you. When you step into your greatness, you inspire others to do the same. When you take control of your life, you show others what's possible. You become a beacon of hope, a source of strength, a catalyst for change. So what are you waiting for? The alarm is sounding. It's time to wake up. It's time to take control. It's time to stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop letting fear hold you back. You've got everything you need within you to succeed. You've got the power, the potential, the passion. All you have to do is wake up and take control. Don't let another day go by living below your potential. Don't let another opportunity pass you by because you were too afraid to take the leap. Don't let another moment slip through your fingers because you were waiting for permission to live your life. Wake up, take control, and never look back. Life often feels like a routine, a series of repetitive tasks and predictable outcomes that blend together. For many, this routine becomes a comfort zone, a place where decisions are minimal and challenges are avoided. But here's the truth, staying on autopilot is one of the greatest dangers to reaching your full potential. When you're on autopilot, you're not truly living, you're existing. You're going through the motions, doing what's expected, but never pausing to ask if it's what you truly want. That's why the wake-up call is so crucial. It's the moment you realize there's more to life than just getting by. The wake-up call is an internal alarm, often triggered by a feeling of restlessness, frustration, or dissatisfaction. It's that voice in your head saying, this can't be all there is. Maybe you feel stuck in a job that doesn't fulfill you, or you're in a relationship that doesn't inspire growth. Perhaps you've been putting off your dreams for so long that they've started to feel like distant memories. The wake-up call is your mind's way of telling you it's time to break free. It's a sign that your soul craves more meaning, more purpose, more life. Breaking free from autopilot requires a deep level of awareness. You have to stop and take a hard look at your life. Ask yourself, am I living the life I want, or am I just going through the motions? This question is not easy to answer because it forces you to confront uncomfortable truths. It makes you acknowledge the areas where you've been settling, where you've allowed fear or complacency to dictate your choices. But this self-awareness is the first step toward waking up. Once you've identified that you're on autopilot, the next step is to break free. This isn't just about making big, dramatic changes. It's about regaining control of the small, everyday decisions that shape your life. It's about shifting your mindset from passive to active, from reactive to proactive. When you're on autopilot, life happens to you. When you wake up, you take charge. You start making deliberate choices, setting clear intentions, and aligning your actions with your goals. Breaking free also means letting go of the excuses that have kept you stuck. It's easy to blame your circumstances, your upbringing, or other people for where you are in life. But the wake-up call is about taking full responsibility. It's about realizing that while you can't control everything, you can control how you respond. You can control your effort, your attitude, and your willingness to change. The wake-up call isn't just a one-time event, it's a process. It's a daily commitment to live with purpose and intention. Some days it will be easy. You'll feel motivated and inspired. Other days it will be hard. You'll feel doubt and fear creeping in. But waking up means pushing through those hard days. It means reminding yourself why you started, why you want more, why you refuse to settle. Breaking free from autopilot doesn't just change your life, it transforms it. When you wake up, you start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You discover strengths you never knew you had. You begin to live with a sense of purpose that makes every moment meaningful. You stop waiting for life to happen and start creating the life you want. The wake-up call is a gift, but it's up to you to answer it. It's up to you to step out of your comfort zone, face your fears, and take control. The question isn't whether the wake-up call will come, it always does. The question is, will you listen? Will you wake up? Will you break free from autopilot and step into the extraordinary life waiting for you? The choice is yours, and the time is now. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that hold people back from achieving their full potential. It's the voice in your mind that tells you to stay in your comfort zone, to avoid taking risks, and to settle for what's safe. Fear creates a false narrative, making you believe that failure is the end, that rejection defines your worth, and that the unknown is too dangerous to explore. But here's the reality: fear is a liar. It's an illusion designed to keep you from growing, evolving, and becoming the person you're meant to be. Fear has a way of showing up at the most critical moments. When you're about to step out and try something new, fear whispers, what if you fail? When you're on the verge of taking a risk, fear questions, what will people think? It creates endless what ifs that paralyze you, keeping you stuck in the same place. But if you look closely, you'll see that the fear isn't about the situation itself, it's about the meaning you assign to it. You fear failure because you think it defines you. You fear rejection because you believe it diminishes your value. You fear change because it forces you to confront the unknown. The truth is, fear isn't going anywhere. It's a natural part of life, especially when you're pushing yourself to new heights. But the key to overcoming fear isn't to eliminate it, it's to face it. You have to confront fear head on and challenge the lies it tells you. Fear says you're not good enough. You have to remind yourself of your strengths. Fear says you'll fail. You have to focus on the possibilities. Fear says the risk is too great. You have to consider the cost of staying where you are. The biggest breakthrough comes when you realize that fear is often a sign that you're on the right track. It means you're stepping outside your comfort zone, and that's where growth happens. If you're not feeling fear, it probably means you're not challenging yourself enough. The very things that scare you the most are often the things that will lead to the greatest transformation. Fear is not a stop sign, it's a signal that you're alive, that you're pushing boundaries, that you're striving for more. One of the most effective ways to overcome fear is to take action. Fear thrives on inaction and uncertainty. The longer you wait, the bigger the fear grows. But when you take that first step, even if it's small, you begin to shrink fear's power. You prove to yourself that you're capable, that you can handle the challenge, that the worst case scenario isn't as bad as your mind made it out to be. Action builds confidence, and confidence diminishes fear. Fear also loses its grip when you change your perspective. Instead of seeing fear as something to avoid, see it as an opportunity. Fear is a teacher. It shows you where you need to grow, what you need to overcome, and where you're holding back. When you embrace fear as part of the process, it stops being a roadblock and starts being a stepping stone. Another important aspect of overcoming fear is remembering your why. Why are you pursuing this goal? Why is this dream important to you? Why are you willing to take the risk? When your why is stronger than your fear, you find the courage to keep going. Your purpose becomes the fuel that pushes you forward, even when fear tries to hold you back. Fear also dissipates when you surround yourself with the right people. Having a support system of mentors, friends, and loved ones who believe in you can make all the difference. They can help you see your potential when you're blinded by doubt, and they can remind you of your strength when fear tries to take over. Ultimately, fear is only as powerful as you allow it to be. It's a shadow that grows or shrinks, depending on the light you shine on it. When you confront fear with determination, courage, and action, it loses its ability to control you. And as you push through fear, you discover something incredible: freedom. The freedom to dream, to grow, to succeed. The freedom to be unapologetically yourself. Fear is not your enemy, it's a challenge. And when you rise to that challenge, you prove to yourself that you are bigger than your fears. You prove that no obstacle, no doubt, no setback can stop you from reaching your potential. Fear may try to stand in your way, but it can never define you. Only you have that power. Excuses are some of the most subtle, yet powerful roadblocks to success. They feel comfortable, even reasonable, because they shield you from the discomfort of effort, change, or risk. But in reality, excuses are lies we tell ourselves to justify staying in the same place. They allow us to avoid responsibility, avoid accountability, and avoid the hard work required to achieve greatness. Excuses are not harmless. They are the silent thieves of potential, stealing your time, your dreams, and your future. When you lean on excuses, you're essentially giving up control of your life. You're saying, it's not my fault. It's not in my hands. You're blaming circumstances, other people, or external factors for why you're not where you want to be. But the truth is, no one and nothing can hold you back unless you allow it. Excuses might feel like a way to protect yourself from failure or criticism, but in reality, they are what keep you stuck, unfulfilled, and far from your goals. Excuses come in many forms. That might sound like I don't have enough time, I'm not talented enough, I don't have the right resources, or I'll start tomorrow. These statements may feel valid in the moment, but if you dig deeper, you'll find they are rooted in fear, self-doubt, or a lack of commitment. Time is an excuse when what you're really saying is that you're not prioritizing what matters. Lack of talent is an excuse when you're afraid to put in the work to develop your skills. Waiting for the right moment is an excuse when you're avoiding the risk of starting now. The problem with excuses is that they grow stronger the more you rely on them. The more you let yourself off the hook, the easier it becomes to settle for mediocrity. Excuses feed complacency, and complacency is the enemy of growth. Every time you choose an excuse over action, you're building a habit of avoiding responsibility, avoiding challenges, and avoiding progress. To break free from excuses, you have to first recognize them for what they are. This requires brutal honesty with yourself. You need to ask, am I making excuses or am I finding solutions? This question shifts your perspective from passivity to action. Instead of focusing on why you can't do something, you start thinking about how you can. When you take ownership of your circumstances, you reclaim the power to change them. Breaking free from excuses also requires a shift in mindset. You have to stop seeing obstacles as reasons to quit and start seeing them as opportunities to grow. Challenges are inevitable, but they are not excuses to give up. They are tests of your determination, resilience, and creativity. Every successful person has faced obstacles, but what sets them apart is their refusal to let those obstacles become excuses. They find a way forward, no matter how difficult the path may be. One of the most effective ways to overcome excuses is to hold yourself accountable. This means setting clear goals, creating a plan of action, and sticking to it. It also means being willing to face the consequences of your choices. When you hold yourself accountable, you stop looking for ways to shift blame and start taking responsibility for your progress. You understand that your success or failure is entirely up to you. Another key to defeating excuses is developing discipline. Motivation may get you started, but discipline keeps you going. Discipline is what pushes you to work on your goals even when you don't feel like it. It's what helps you stay consistent. Even when the results aren't immediate, discipline silences excuses because it trains you to prioritize over comfort. Excuses also lose their power when you focus on your why. When your reason for pursuing your goals is strong enough, it outweighs any excuse. Your why is the driving force that keeps you moving forward even when the journey gets tough. It's what reminds you that your dreams are worth the effort, the sacrifices, and the discomfort. Ultimately, excuses are a choice. You can choose to let them control you, or you can choose to overcome them. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you take back control of your life. It's the moment you decide that your dreams are more important than your fears, that your future is worth more than your comfort, and that your potential is greater than your limitations. Excuses may feel like a shield, but they are really chains. They keep you tied to the same place, the same habits, the same unfulfilled dreams. Breaking free from those chains is hard, but it's necessary. Because on the other side of excuses lies freedom, the freedom to live the life you want, achieve the goals you've set, and become the person you were meant to be. Excuses are not your truth. They are not your story. And they certainly don't have to define your future. Only you can do that. Taking ownership of your life is the foundation of personal growth and success. It's the moment you stop pointing fingers at your circumstances, your past, or other people, and start looking in the mirror. Ownership means taking full responsibility for where you are in life, recognizing that your choices, actions, and attitudes have brought you to this point. It's not about blaming yourself for everything that's gone wrong. It's about empowering yourself to make things right. When you take ownership, you reclaim control over your life and set the stage for transformation. One of the biggest barriers to taking ownership is the tendency to blame external factors. It's easy to say I'm not successful because of my upbringing, or I can't get ahead because the system is against me. While it's true that external factors can create challenges, they don't define your destiny. Ownership requires you to acknowledge these challenges, but not let them become excuses. It's about saying, this is my life, and I have the power to shape it, no matter what obstacles I face. Taking responsibility also means letting go of a victim mindset. A victim mindset keeps you trapped in a cycle of helplessness, making you feel like life is happening to you rather than for you. It's a mindset that focuses on what's unfair, what's lacking, and what's beyond your control. Ownership shifts this perspective. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You start asking, what can I do about it? This shift is transformative because it turns problems into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. Ownership doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. It's not about rejecting help or pretending you don't need support. Instead, it's about being honest with yourself about what you can do and where you need to grow. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and decisions while also seeking the resources, guidance, and partnerships that will help you move forward. When you take ownership, you stop waiting for someone else to fix your problems or hand you success. You take initiative, make plans, and take action. A critical part of ownership is accountability. When you take ownership, you hold yourself accountable for your goals, your progress, and your results. You don't make excuses or blame others when things don't go as planned. Instead, you assess what went wrong, learn from it, and make adjustments. Accountability is what keeps you honest with yourself. It's what ensures you stay committed to your vision even when the journey gets tough. Ownership also requires self-awareness. You have to be willing to look at yourself objectively and identify where you're falling short. This isn't about beating yourself up or dwelling on your mistakes. It's about recognizing patterns, habits, and beliefs that are holding you back. When you're honest with yourself, you can take steps to change and grow. You can replace self-defeating behaviors with empowering ones that align your actions with your values and goals. One of the most empowering aspects of ownership is the freedom it brings. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop being controlled by external forces. You realize that no one else has the power to dictate your success or happiness. This doesn't mean life will be easy or that you won't face challenges. But it does mean that you have the ability to overcome those challenges and create the life you want. Ownership is freedom because it puts you in the driver's seat. Taking ownership isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Every day you have to choose to take responsibility for your thoughts, actions, and outcomes. Some days it will feel natural and empowering. Other days it will feel hard and uncomfortable. But every time you choose ownership, you grow stronger, resilient, and more capable of achieving your goals. Ultimately, ownership is about stepping into your power. It's about recognizing that you are not a passive participant in life. You are an active creator. Your choices matter. Your actions matter. Your mindset matters. Taking ownership doesn't guarantee success, but it does guarantee progress. And with progress comes the possibility of achieving things you never thought possible. Ownership is the key to unlocking your potential. And it starts with a simple decision to take responsibility for your life, no matter what. Living intentionally is the difference between merely existing and truly thriving. It means making deliberate choices about how you spend your time, energy, and resources instead of letting life happen by chance. Intentional living is about clarity, knowing what you want, why it matters, and how you're going to achieve it. It's about aligning your action with your purpose and values so that every step you take moves you closer to the life you envision. Most people go through life on autopilot, stuck in routines that don't inspire them and chasing goals that don't fill them. They wake up, go to work, come home, and repeat the cycle without ever questioning if they're living the life they truly want. Intentional living breaks this cycle by forcing you to pause, reflect, and take control. It's a call to wake up and recognize that your life is shaped by your choices. And those choices have the power to create meaning and purpose. Intentional living begins with self-awareness. You have to know who you are and what matters most to you. This requires asking hard questions. What are my core values? What do I want to achieve? What kind of person do I want to become? These questions help you define your priorities and create a roadmap for your life. Without this clarity, it's easy to drift, chasing what others think you should do or settling for what's convenient instead of what's meaningful. Once you know your purpose, intentional living requires discipline and focus. It's not enough to set goals, you have to take consistent action to achieve them. This means saying no distractions, excuses, and anything that doesn't align with your vision. It means prioritizing what truly matters, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. Intentional living is not about being busy, it's about being effective. It's about directing your energy toward what will move the needle in your life, not wasting it on things that don't matter. Living intentionally also means taking ownership of your time. Time is your most valuable resource, and once it's gone, you can't get it back. Intentional living challenges you to be mindful of how you spend your days. Are you investing your time in activities that align with your goals? Or are you letting it slip away on meaningless distractions? This doesn't mean you can't rest or have fun. It means being intentional about how you do so. It's about ensuring that every moment serves a purpose, whether it's advancing your career, nurturing your relationships, or recharging your energy. Another key aspect of intentional living is resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges will inevitably arise. But when you live intentionally, you're better equipped to handle setbacks because you have a clear sense of direction. You know what you're working toward, and that clarity keeps you grounded even when the path gets rough. Intentional living gives you the strength to adapt, learn, and keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles come your way. Intentional living also transforms your relationships. When you're clear about your values and goals, you attract people who align with them. You stop wasting time on toxic relationships or superficial connections and start building meaningful partnerships with those who inspire and support you. Intentional living teaches you to set boundaries, communicate your needs, and invest in relationships that bring out the best in you. At its core, intentional living is about empowerment. It's about realizing that you have the power to shape your life, no matter where you start or what challenges you face. It's about taking responsibility for your happiness and success instead of waiting for someone else to give it to you. When you live intentionally, you stop being a passive participant in your life and start being an active creator. Intentional living is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about waking up every day and making choices that align with your purpose, even if they're not always easy or glamorous. It's about being patient with yourself and trusting the process, knowing that every small step adds up to big results. Intentional living is a commitment to yourself, a promise to live with purpose, passion, and authenticity. It's a decision to stop settling for less and start striving for more. When you live intentionally, you unlock your potential, create meaningful experiences, and build a life that truly reflects who you are and what you stand for. It's not just a way of living, it's a way of being. Focus is the invisible force that turns dreams into reality. It's the ability to direct your energy, attention, and efforts toward a single purpose, shutting out distractions and staying locked in on what truly matters. Without focus, even the most talented, ambitious, or hardworking person can struggle to achieve their goals. Focus is the glue that holds everything together, the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It transforms intention into action and action into results. The biggest challenge with focus is the sheer number of distractions that compete for your attention every day. Social media, emails, notifications, and endless streams of information are constantly pulling in different directions. It's easy to become scattered, jumping from one task to another without making meaningful progress. This lack of focus not only slows you down, but also leaves you feeling overwhelmed and unproductive. To cultivate focus, you have to start by defining your priorities. You can't focus on everything, so you need to decide what's most important. What are the goals that matter most to you? What are the tasks that will have the biggest impact? Focus requires clarity. It's not just about working hard, it's about working on the right things. When you know what you're aiming for, it becomes easier to eliminate distractions and direct your energy where it counts. Focus is also about discipline. It's the ability to say no to what isn't aligned with your goals, even if it's tempting in the moment. Distractions are often disguised as opportunities, but they're really just detours that pull you away from your path. Discipline means making tough choices, choosing long-term success over short-term gratification, choosing progress over comfort, and choosing purpose over convenience. One of the most powerful ways to build focus is to create a routine. Routines eliminate the make constant decisions about what to do next, freeing up mental energy for what truly matters. When you establish a rhythm to your day, you train your mind to stay on track. Whether it's setting aside specific times for deep work, creating a distraction-free environment, or starting your day with intention, routines help you stay locked in on your goals. Focus also requires mindfulness. It's not just about what you do, it's about how you do it. When you're fully present in the moment, you bring your best self to the task at hand. Mindfulness helps you block out the noise and give your full attention to what's in front of you. It's about being engaged, deliberate, and intentional with your time and energy. But focus isn't just about productivity, it's also about alignment. When your actions align with your values and purpose, focus becomes natural. You're not just working hard, you're working with passion and conviction. This alignment creates momentum because you're not forcing yourself to stay focused, you're inspired to do so. Your purpose becomes the fuel that drives your focus, keeping you motivated even when the work gets tough. Focus also involves resilience. Staying focused on your goals doesn't mean you won't face challenges, setbacks, or moments of doubt. It means you're committed to staying the course, no matter what. Resilience helps you push through distractions, overcome obstacles, and keep your eyes on the prize. It's the determination to keep going, even when the road ahead is unclear or difficult. Another critical aspect of focus is eliminating multitasking. Multitasking may seem efficient, but it divides your attention and reduces the quality of your work. True focus means giving your full energy to one thing at a time. It's about depth, not breadth. When you focus deeply on a single task, you produce better results, work more efficiently, and feel a greater sense of accomplishment. Ultimately, focus is a habit. It's something you develop over time with consistent effort and practice. It's about training your mind to block out distractions, stay present, and keep moving forward. The more you practice focus, the stronger it becomes. And as your focus grows, so does your ability to achieve your goals and fulfill your potential. Focus is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's the difference between wishing for success and working for it. When you master focus, you unlock a level of power, clarity, and purpose that transforms your life. Focus isn't just about getting things done, it's about becoming the person you were meant to be, one intentional action at a time. Consistency is one of the most powerful forces in achieving success. It's the daily, unwavering commitment to showing up, doing the work, and sticking to your goals even when the excitement fades and when challenges arise. In a world that often seeks quick fixes and instant results, consistency stands as a true measure of progress and success. It's about understanding that results don't come from a few bursts of effort, but from persistent, steady action over time. The beauty of consistency lies in the simplicity. It's not about working harder every day, it's about working smarter and staying dedicated to your path, regardless of how you feel. Consistency isn't about perfection or always performing at your best. It's about the commitment to keep moving forward, even on days when motivation is low or when things aren't going as planned. This is where most people fail. They expect success to happen overnight and give up when they don't see immediate results. But real growth happens when you push through the discomfort, the setbacks, and the uncertainty. Being consistent means making progress, no matter how small, every single day. It's the idea of compounding small efforts to create big results. Each day you commit to your goals. Whether you're learning a new skill, working on your health, or building your business, you're laying the foundation for something greater. Over time, those small steps add up, creating momentum and tangible outcomes. Consistency takes the pressure off trying to get everything perfect or having everything figured out right now. It allows you to focus on doing the right things regularly and trusting that your efforts will eventually lead to success. One of the biggest challenges with consistency is dealing with setbacks and failures. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel discouraged and lose sight of your goals. But consistency teaches you to view these setbacks as part of the process. Failures are reasons to quit. They're opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow. Every time you face a challenge, you keep going, you strengthen your resolve and build resilience. The key to consistency is not letting temporary setbacks derail your long-term vision. It's about getting back up, making adjustments, and continue to move forward. Consistency is also about developing habits. When you turn your goals into daily habits, they become automatic, making it easier to stay committed. It's the difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation can come and go, but discipline built through consistency remains even when you don't feel inspired. Habits keep you grounded and on track, ensuring that you continue to make progress, even when the excitement of starting something new wears off. The power of consistency is also seen in the results it produces. Successful people aren't necessarily the ones with the most talent or the best circumstances. They are the ones who keep showing up no matter what. The magic of consistency is that it doesn't require you to be perfect. It doesn't require you to be the best right away. It just requires you to keep going, keep putting in the work, and stay committed to your vision. Success is not an event, it's a process, and that process is driven by consistency. Another important aspect of consistency is its ability to build confidence. As you continue to show up day after day and make progress, you start to trust yourself. You see the fruits of your labor, and it reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. This self-trust becomes a powerful motivator, propelling you to push through tough times and stay focused on your goals. Consistency also creates a strong foundation for growth. It's not about chasing instant success, but about creating a steady upward trajectory that can sustain you over the long term. This steady growth is often more sustainable and fulfilling because it's built on solid, consistent effort. It's the foundation for continual improvement, whether you're striving for better health, financial freedom, or personal development. Ultimately, consistency is about mastering the art of perseverance. It's about staying in the game long enough to see the results of your efforts. It's about understanding that success is not about making huge leaps, but about taking small, meaningful steps every single day in the direction of your goals. Consistency doesn't require dramatic changes or immediate success. It just asks you to commit to the process and trust that over time your efforts will pay off. The true power of consistency is that it transforms ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adversity, or difficult circumstances and continue moving forward. It's not just about surviving tough times, but thriving despite them. Resilience is a quality that separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up when things get hard. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. What defines you is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. Resilience is about adapting, staying strong in the face of adversity, and not letting obstacles stop you from pursuing your goals. One of the first things to understand about resilience is that it is built through experience. You don't develop resilience by avoiding pain or difficulty. You develop it by facing challenges head on, learning from them, and growing stronger with each experience. Resilience doesn't come from a life free of struggle. In fact, it's the hardships you face and the way you overcome them that give you the strength to handle future challenges. Every time you face adversity and persist, you build the mental, emotional muscle to take on even bigger obstacles down the road. Resilience is a mindset. It's the ability to shift your perspective when faced with hardship. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, resilient people view them as opportunities to learn and grow. They focus on what they can control rather than dwelling on what they can't. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring the pain or pretending that the struggle isn't real. It's about acknowledging the difficulty and then deciding not to let it define you. It's about finding a way forward, no matter how tough the circumstances. Another key aspect of resilience is emotional strength. Life can be emotionally draining, especially when things aren't going your way. But resilient people have the ability to manage their emotions even in the most trying times. They don't let anger, fear, or frustration control their actions. Instead, they use those emotions as fuel to keep going. Emotional resilience is about not letting negative feelings paralyze you, but using them to power your actions and maintain a sense of hope. Resilience also involves perseverance and willingness to keep going when the road ahead is uncertain. Many people give up when faced with challenges because they can't see the end result or because the process seems too difficult. But resilient people understand that success isn't immediate. They know that achieving something great takes time and effort, and they are willing to stay in the fight even when the journey is long and hard. They understand that each small step forward, no matter how difficult, is still progress. A vital part of resilience is having a sense of purpose. When you know why you're doing something, it becomes easier to push through obstacles. Purpose provides the motivation to keep going, even when things aren't going well. It gives you clarity and direction, helping you stay focused on what really matters. When you're driven by a powerful sense of purpose, the challenges you face no longer seem insurmountable. They become part of your journey, stepping stones toward achieving something meaningful. Support systems also play a critical role in resilience. While resilience is largely about individual strength, it's also about recognizing when you need help. No one can face life's challenges alone, and resilient people know when to lean on others for support. Whether it's family, friends, mentors, or a community, having people around you who believe in you and support your goals makes all the difference. Resilience isn't just about surviving on your own, it's about finding strength in others when you need it most. One of the most powerful tools for resilience is self-belief. Believing in yourself means knowing that no matter how many times you fail, you will get back up. It means trusting that your strength and abilities will carry you through tough times. Self-belief is what helps you push past the fear of failure and face challenges head on. When you believe in yourself, you see each setback as a lesson, not a defeat. Self-belief is a foundation for resilience because it gives you the confidence to keep fighting, even when things seem impossible. Resilience is about recovery. When things go wrong, resilient people don't stay down for long. They understand that setbacks are part of the process, but they also understand the importance of bouncing back quickly. Recovery doesn't mean forgetting about the difficulty. It means picking yourself up, learning from the experience, and using it as motivation to keep going. It's the ability to move forward with strength and clarity, not allowing past hardships to cloud your vision of the future. Resilience is what enables you to keep pushing forward, even when life tests you. It's the strength to face adversity with courage, the determination to keep going despite obstacles, and the wisdom to learn from each challenge. Resilience is a choice that's deciding that no matter how many times you fall, you will always get back up. And with each rise, you become stronger, more capable, and closer to achieving the greatness you are destined for. Patience, the quiet strength that helps you endure life's challenges and stay committed to your goals, even when progress seems slow or when results are not immediate. It's the ability to wait without frustration, knowing that the outcome is worth the wait. In a world that increasingly demands instant gratification, patience becomes a rare and valuable trait. Most people want results now, and when they don't see fast progress, they get discouraged, quit, or lose focus. But true success, growth, and fulfillment aren't always about the quick wins. They are built on the foundation of patience, resilience, and the ability to stay the course, even when things take longer than expected. Patience is not passive. It's not about sitting back and doing nothing while waiting for something to happen. Patience is an active practice that requires faith in the process. It's about continuing to show up, working hard, and staying consistent, even when the results aren't visible. The act of being patient is about trusting that your efforts will eventually pay off, even if it takes time. This is one of the hardest aspects of patience, trusting the journey when you don't yet see the outcome. But it's this belief in the process that separates those who achieve long-term success from those who give up too soon. One of the key lessons of patience is learning to embrace the journey, not just the destination. So often, people focus so much on the end goal that they overlook the growth and learning that happens along the way. The time you spend working towards something is never wasted. Every day you commit to your goals, even when progress is slow, you're building skills, resilience, and strength that will serve you in the future. Patience teaches you to appreciate the small wins and the lessons learned in the process. It's about being present in each moment and recognizing that every step, even the difficult ones, is part of your success story. Patience also teaches you to control your emotions. In the face of delays or setbacks, it's easy to feel frustration, impatience, or even despair. But those emotions, if left unchecked, can derail your progress. Patience involves managing those emotions, maintaining focus, and not allowing temporary obstacles to shake your confidence or determination. It's the ability to keep a clear head and stay committed to your long-term vision, no matter how tough things may seem in the moment. Patience helps you understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and it gives you the mental strength to keep moving forward, no matter the challenges. The delayed gratification is a central aspect of patience. We live in a world that constantly rewards instant gratification, whether it's through social media likes, quick sales, or immediate responses. But real, meaningful success comes from the ability to delay that immediate reward and put in the work for long-term gain. It's about resisting the urge to take shortcuts and instead staying committed to the process, knowing that true achievement takes time. The ability to delay gratification is what allows you to make sacrifices, endure difficult times, and stay focused on the bigger picture. Another powerful aspect of patience is the wisdom it brings. As you wait for your goals to come to fruition, you often learn important lessons about yourself and the world around you. Patience helps you develop the ability to reflect on your experiences, learn from your mistakes, and adapt your strategies. It forces you to grow and become more resourceful. With time, patience helps you understand that success is rarely linear, it's full of ups and downs, twists and turns. The key is to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. Patience gives you the space to adapt and change course when needed without giving up on your ultimate goal. Patience is also tied to humility. Sometimes the world moves at its own pace, and no matter how hard you try, you cannot rush certain things. You cannot control the timing of everything. Patience teaches you to accept that you don't have all the answers and that not everything is within your control. It encourages you to trust in the process and remain grounded in your efforts rather than trying to force things to happen on your own terms. This humility is an essential part of growth and success, as it allows you to stay open to learning and improving no matter where you are on your journey. Moreover, patience is a reflection of self-discipline. It's the ability to focus on long-term rewards instead of giving in to immediate desires or distractions. Patience requires you to consistently make the right choices even when it's tempting to take shortcuts or give in to easier paths. It requires sacrifice and the willingness to stay focused on what truly matters. In this sense, patience is an expression of your commitment to your goals and your ability to control your impulses. It's the strength to continue working hard even when you don't see instant results. Patience teaches you to manage expectations. It helps you understand that good things take time and that the road to success is rarely smooth. You learn to set realistic expectations for your progress, knowing that you will face challenges along the way. This mindset helps you stay calm and focused rather than becoming frustrated or discouraged by setbacks. Patience gives you the perspective needed to weather the storms and keep pushing forward toward your goals. In the end, patience is not just about waiting. It's about growing, learning, and continuing to take action. Even when the results aren't immediate, it's the ability to trust the process and stay committed to your long-term vision, no matter how much time it takes. Patience helps you build the resilience and character necessary for true success. And it empowers you to endure the tough times with grace and confidence, knowing that your hard work will eventually lead you to where you want to be.